Good day, good day, good day. Crucian Mahogany here. Welcome if you are new here. Hey girl. And if you're not new, what you saying? Everything Chris? Everything blessed? Good, I hope so. Welcome back to Crucian Mahogany X. It is okay to see things at face value. It is okay to be alone. It is okay to protect your peace and your physical being. Today we're gonna have another case. The last case was in Silver Spring, Maryland. Seems like in Silver Spring there was some energy in Silver Spring in this particular week. We're back at the Mocha Show. It says update: suspect arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Identity of victim released. Now this case is quite disturbing. The original story starts with man faces murder charges after walking into a police station and telling detectives where they would find his wife's dead body. Detectives from the Montgomery County Department of Police Major Crimes Division have arrested and charged 29-year-old Dennis Morris Hinnant Jr. of Silver Spring with a homicide that occurred on Wednesday, February 1st, 2023 in the 8800 block of Lanier Drive. Previous case that we just did. They're neighbors, I think within miles, a few less than 5 miles of each other, right? Oh, is there something in the water in Silver Spring, or is there more to this story? At approximately 12:44 a.m., Hinnant Jr. walked into the Rockville City Police Station and requested to speak with a homicide detective. Hinnant stated that officers would find the deceased body of his wife at their residence on Lanier Drive. This man walked into the police station to say, go and pick up my wife's body. Now, I'm wondering if maybe he hear about that other guy, because that story that we talked about in the prior case was in the news a lot. I don't know how long the wife has been deceased. Officers from the 2nd District responded to the address for a welfare check. Upon entering the residence, officers located an adult female, later identified as 28-year-old Tarisha Pendarvis of Silver Spring, with trauma to her body. Pendarvis was pronounced dead at the scene. Okay, this is the person. Let's look here. Hinnant Jr. was transported to the Montgomery County Central Processing Unit and charged with first-degree murder, and he is currently being held without bond. This is the person. Here we go again. Now, I know many of you might not want to judge, right? But we should be judgmental. We shouldn't judge hastily. But we all have experience enough where we're able to make judgments based on our experiences. This is Dennis Morris Hinnant Jr. Now this is the update. At first, the identity of his wife had not yet been released. After turning himself in, he was taken to the headquarters to be interviewed, who also searched their home. He was later charged with first-degree murder, brought to Montgomery County Central Processing Unit, where he is being held without bond. Support is surging for the children of a 28-year-old woman, Maryland woman, who is believed killed by her husband in early February. More than $8,500 had been raised on a GoFundMe for Silver Springs Tarisha Pendarvis's 2 youngsters. Apparently, she is a mother. She leaves behind 2 children. I'm not certain if those 2 children are Hinnant's children. If I do find that, we'll see. Sure enough, Pendarvis's body was found to have suffered trauma. It still remains unclear. We have no update as of this time as to what really happened. His side of the story has not been released. We have to wait for the trial. However, we do have such a thing called Facebook. So let us take a look at if there were any clues to this young man's behavior online. First of all, let's see if we can find her. She says, "This is my sister." I haven't been posting because of this unbelievable tragedy. Please send whatever you can to help her family. It is a great appreciative in advance. Wow. So this is her sister. There. Street. We didn't find much information. I don't know if maybe she has a different Facebook page that has a different name other than her government name. So let's see if we find him. And I already know we actually do. So now let us get some insight as to the mindset of the person that took the life of his wife and then walk into the police station to tell them he took her life. He says he's in a relationship. Okay. These are pictures. All right, let's see what pictures we have. What a specimen. What a specimen. Let's see. Photos? Any photos? Uploads. Oh my. Okay. This is the person. Why is he in an empty house? I don't know. May 4th, 2022. I don't know. How old is he? I'm just looking at the space that he's in and his posing. This is what we're working with out here, right? This is what we're working with. This is what he feels. This is what he thinks. And he goes again. Same friend or another friend? I don't know. Or maybe another day. No, he's wearing the same clothing, so it looks like a different person. And another person. Okay. So this is who we are discussing. This is that person. Let us see if we can get some insight into the mindset of the person that we are discussing. June 29th, 2022. Wow. I'll never trust you. What you give never matter to me. By another, you can see it, June 29th, 2022. This right here was at minimum 6 months prior to the events that we're discussing, as far as him going into the police station to report that he has killed or taken the life of his wife. He has been angry for some time. Look, there was even somebody put angry face. Here's another. There be times. This is 2 days prior. There be times I really need to sit back and analyze so much. The deepest reflection is when you got things wrong. Let me see the comments here. You still analyzing your thoughts again? I'm hoping it's positive thoughts about what you're going to be doing next month, about working, and not bad thoughts about other things that is out of your control. Whoever is this person, I'm not gonna show her, but she looks like an elder to him. And then he responds, I know, I'm coming to see Auntie Dr. Root, ASAP. Auntie Dr. Root. The analyzing of thoughts. The bad thoughts, right? Because the good thoughts is like, get a job, or what you're going to be doing next month. Those are supposed to be the good thoughts. So apparently, he's already not thinking those type of good thoughts, because this person knows him enough to know to call out the fact that I hope I hope you think in the right way, and not about the bad thoughts and things you cannot control. And his response has to do with Auntie Dr. Ruth. Now, for those of you who do not know, Dr. Ruth is a sexologist. What is her title? She gives people advice on how to have better sex in your relationship, things like that, having to do with sex and relationships. So his response is speaking to that type of thought, which we know, in all honesty, that is what most men concern themselves with, right? And she responds saying, keep analyzing good thoughts. Bad mind. Bad minds, bad mind will get you in this place. Let's see what he says. They asked me, look, 2 days prior to that. So this guy had been speaking a lot in June of 2022. I'm going to read a few because I don't know if I can go all the way down. Let's see something here. No, I don't know. It's a lot. He has been saying a lot on his page. I'm going to read this one and then I'll kind of scroll down to see if I see any that matter to this scenario. But these sound like the thoughts of somebody who's really going through a lot of processing thoughts that are not beneficial to them. They asked me, have I changed? I asked them, why? You can't see it? The greatest light have been understood in darkness. If you see me as negative, that's because you don't belong around me. I watch you just as deep as you think you watch me. Wow. If you see me as negative, that's because you don't belong around me. This is a warning. This is what he really thinks. I'm just being real. That's probably what he's saying. I'm just being real. So if you see it as negative, I'm just being straight up, If you see that as being negative, then you don't belong around me. And in reality, it's true. I think we take those things too lightly a lot of times, that people will say to you, hey, I'm treating you like shit. If you think that, you deserve better than shit, then you should leave. And really, you should leave. And I think a lot of times we think that they're joking about that. Most of these stories are going to come to you from a person who is not joking about that. I watch you just as deep as you think you watch me. The difference is I understand your mental haven't changed while mine's grown so deeply. Those are the thoughts of somebody who feels that they are above you, better than you. And the behavior that we see displayed from this person is proof of that. Deeper of enough, I'm choosing for you not to see me. Deeper of enough, I'm choosing for you not to see me. So now I ask, have I changed? Ooh, people all want you to always be the bigger person. But when you don't care about a person, who are you bigger than? Maybe I just see life so different. I understand the second of life while many live scared. I'm open to what you don't see. I'm not a mad person. I just don't give a fuck about a lot. He don't care. Y'all, this is the mind of a person who took the life of his wife and walked into the police station and told them, go and collect this, go and collect her, go and take her out my house. When a person tells you who they are, believe them. A lot of men tell we women who they are, and we don't believe them. And most of the times you think that they're telling you stuff and you're like, oh, they're joking, or they're just being facetious or they're just being extra. No. Take what they say at face value. When a man tells you, you don't understand me, yeah, he's telling you, you don't even get the thoughts that I have in my head right now. You don't even know the evil that I'm thinking right now. You don't know what I can do to you right now. You don't know how much restraint I'm having right now. And I don't even know how much more I can handle before I let go. He has been out of control. Wow, if you want to read these, go ahead and read them. But I'm going to only read two more. May 15th, 2022. The line that I want to focus on, it says here, a lot of men in prison don't have or feel the support I had, or just came home to. 10 years is a long time, especially when bad times come out way the good. You can go to his Facebook page if you want to read all of the thoughts of this person. I'm not going to read all of this because this is a lot, and this is the rantings of a man that has taken the life of someone he is supposed to love. But what I noticed, this account started in April of 2022. And of course, based on what he stated, I decided to go and see, was he locked up prior to this? And in my research, here's what we find. A lot going on by this guy. Okay, here's his name. Have a long list. That name is not a regular name, you know. 10/1993. So that looks like that's him. From a number of these cases, I'm not going to go over them with you here today, but he has been locked up. Charges to include theft, armed robbery, use of a firearm in conjunction with a violent crime. Yeah, he was in jail. He served his time for those crimes, and he came home, as stated in his Facebook post, and which is probably why his Facebook started in April of 2022. Apparently, he didn't learn his lesson because he came home, found a girlfriend, or maybe, I don't know if they were married prior to him being locked up, but he came home, he had a wife. Even with the apartment that was empty, he found a wife and he took her life. I don't have very many pictures that I can show. I hope that the family of Miss Pendarvis, her name is Teresa Pendarvis, may you rest in perfect peace. The family of Miss Pendarvis receive peace. I pray that justice is served on her behalf. He came and he confessed. He gave himself up. I guess based on the story we watched or the story we discussed last week, that's the least he could do. And I mean the very least, because he should not have taken that young lady's life. This family, and I don't know them. In looking up Pinant, I found a story, and it says that there was a man accused of stabbing a woman over drug money. This is the same exact name, except it is not Junior, but the second. At the time, which was 2018, this person was 52 years old. I could only assume that this is his dad. And look at the behavior, because that's a whole different story, but I'm just making reference to that. Story is dreadful. Let us be A-OK. Let us be aware. Let us be observant. Let us be knowledgeable. Just know it is okay to be alone. Alone does not mean lonely. We don't know the whole story. it sounds though that we may not know because he has already confessed. He's already admitted to the crime. If he does not plead guilty, that's when he would have to go into what happened, tell his side of the story and why and all of that. But because he may, and we don't know yet, I don't know yet, but since he turned himself in, apparently he's gonna more than likely plead guilty, and in that case we won't know why he committed this crime. But if you want to know more about what his mindset was and possibly what you can gather from his rants online, why he committed this crime, you can surely go to his Facebook. It's still active and you can see the thought process that he has. That is it for today's story. I thank you for supporting my channel. Please like the video if you learned, or if you want to continue to support me. Please subscribe to the channel if you see value in what I'm doing here. If you want to see more of the stories that I bring, please subscribe so you won't miss any future stories. And I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Later. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.